Mereological nihilism is a philosophical position that challenges our fundamental understanding of reality by asserting that objects with proper parts do not truly exist. Instead, it posits that only basic building blocks without parts, such as elementary particles, have genuine existence. Before we dive in, if you find this content valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below. It truly helps us grow. Now, let's get started. This radical perspective has garnered both support and criticism within the philosophical community. In this essay, we will delve into the intricacies of Mereological nihilism, examining its origins, core tenets, arguments, and implications. Origins and development of Mereological nihilism. To appreciate the significance of Mereological nihilism, it is essential to understand its origins. The term Mereological nihilism itself may not be widely recognized outside of philosophical circles, but its roots can be traced back to discussions on the nature of composition and identity in metaphysics. One of the earliest proponents of ideas resembling Mereological nihilism was the ancient Greek philosopher Parmenides, who famously argued that change and multiplicity are illusions, and that only a singular, unchanging reality exists. This notion of a unified, indivisible reality is reminiscent of the idea that objects with proper parts do not genuinely exist, as they are composed of parts that, according to nihilism, have no real existence. In more recent times, the development of Mereological nihilism can be attributed to the works of contemporary philosophers like Peter Unger and Trenton Merix. Peter Unger, in his influential book Identity, Consciousness, and Value, argues that objects are composed of smaller parts, but these parts themselves are not real entities. He contends that only fundamental particles or simples possess genuine existence. Similarly, Trenton Merix, in his work Objects and Persons, puts forward a case for Mereological nihilism, asserting that composite objects are nothing more than stages or fusions of simples. Core tenets of Mereological nihilism. At the heart of Mereological nihilism are several core tenets that challenge our conventional understanding of the nature of objects and their existence. These tenets can be summarized as follows. 1. Denial of proper parts. Mereological nihilism rejects the existence of objects with proper parts. According to this view, any entity that appears to be composed of smaller constituents is, in fact, an illusion. 2. Simples as fundamental. Nihilism posits that only simples, which are indivisible and lack proper parts, have genuine existence. Everything else is reducible to these basic building blocks. 3. Eliminative approach. Nihilism adopts an eliminative approach, denying the reality of composite objects entirely. Instead of acknowledging chairs, trees, or humans as distinct entities, it insists that these are merely labels we apply to collections of simples. 4. Compatibility with science. Mereological nihilism claims to be in harmony with modern science, particularly physics. It aligns with the reductionist perspective that seeks to explain complex phenomena in terms of more fundamental constituents. Arguments for Mereological nihilism. Mereological nihilism is not without its compelling arguments, which have drawn the attention of philosophers seeking to reconcile its counterintuitive claims with our everyday experiences. Here are some of the key arguments in favor of this philosophical position. 1. Simplicity and parsimony. Proponents of Mereological nihilism contend that it provides an elegant solution to complex ontological questions. By recognizing only simples as real entities, it streamlines our understanding of reality, eliminating the necessity to posit the existence of intricate composite objects. This emphasis on simplicity and parsimony is a hallmark of the philosophical appeal of Mereological nihilism. 2. Avoiding the problem of composition. Mereological nihilism offers a clean escape from the perplexing issue of composition in metaphysics. This age-old puzzle of how smaller constituents unite to create larger entities is circumvented entirely by the philosophy, as it boldly asserts that composite objects are mere illusions. In this way, it provides a concise and radical solution to a perennial question in metaphysical inquiry. 3. Coherence with physics. Mereological nihilism harmonizes with the reductionist principles prevalent in physics. It echoes the scientific quest to understand intricate phenomena by deconstructing them into their fundamental constituents. This alignment underscores the compatibility of nihilism with our most robust scientific frameworks, highlighting its potential to bridge the gap between philosophical inquiry and empirical investigation. 4. Resolving puzzles of identity. Mereological nihilism offers a promising avenue for tackling age-old philosophical conundrums concerning identity, exemplified by the ship of Theseus paradox. By positing that all objects can be reduced to simples, the philosophy provides a clearer framework for addressing questions of identity and persistence, potentially shedding light on these enigmatic puzzles that have puzzled philosophers for centuries. Implications of Mereological nihilism. While Mereological nihilism offers intriguing solutions to some long-standing metaphysical problems, it also raises a host of challenging questions and implications for our understanding of the world. 1. Elimination of common-sense objects. If we accept Mereological nihilism, we must be prepared to abandon our everyday beliefs in the existence of common-sense objects like tables, chairs, and cars. These entities are deemed illusory under the nihilistic framework. 2. Challenge to personal identity. The notion of personal identity becomes problematic under nihilism. If we are merely collections of simples, what makes one person distinct from another? The concept of selfhood is deeply challenged. 3. Loss of normative ethics. Nihilism's denial of composite objects raises questions about normative ethics. If human beings and their actions are reduced to collections of simples, does this affect moral responsibility and accountability? 4. Impact on aesthetics. Mereological nihilism challenges our aesthetic sensibilities, as art, architecture, and design often rely on the existence of composite objects. How do we appreciate and understand art in a world where composite objects are considered illusions? 5. Implications for identity politics. In a world where composite objects, including human groups, are denied existence, what happens to identity politics? Questions of race, gender, and culture become particularly challenging to address. Mereological nihilism, with its radical denial of the existence of objects with proper parts, presents a provocative challenge to our conventional understanding of reality. While it offers simplicity and coherence with reductionist scientific approaches, it also forces us to reconsider our everyday beliefs about the existence of common objects, personal identity, ethics, aesthetics, and identity politics. The debate surrounding Mereological nihilism is far from settled, and it continues to stimulate philosophical inquiry and discussion. As we grapple with the implications of this radical position, we are reminded that philosophy, at its core, is a discipline that thrives on questioning the foundations of our knowledge and exploring the boundaries of our understanding. Mereological nihilism serves as a potent reminder of the enduring capacity of philosophy to challenge, provoke, and reshape our worldview.